The August coup. August 19th, 1991 to August 21st, 1991. Since assuming power in 1985, Gorbachev had embarked on an ambitious program of reform, embodying the two concepts of Pridushka and Glasnost, meaning economic/political restriction, and the openness of the government. These moves promptly restricted submission on the part of the hardline members of Nakoli. I have no idea how you pronounce that. These reforms also unleashed some forces and the movements that Gorbachev did not expect. Significantly, nationalist aggression to the part of the Soviet Union's non-Russian minorities grew, and there were fears that most of these republics, if not all, would secede from the Soviet Union. In 1991, the Soviet Union was in severe economic and political crisis. Food was scarce. Medical and other consumables were not widespread. People had to stand in long lines to buy essential food. Fuel stocks were up 50%, less than the estimated need for approaching winter. Inflation went over 300% per year, with factors lacking in cash needing to pay salaries. The day of the coup. The coup of August 1991 was timed to prevent the signing of the new Union Treaty, which would have fundamentally recasted the relationships between the center and the republics, in the favor that later was scheduled on August 20th. On August 18th, a group of 5 military and state officials arrived at Gorbachev's holiday home in Crimea, on the Crimean coast, to attempt to pursue him to endorse the declaration of state emergency. Gorbachev angrily refused to do so, which the coup plotters have miscalculated. The leaders of the coup, the 8 members of the state committee that issued the declaration, were Oleg Blugnov, Gorbachev's deputy and head of the Security Council, Vladimir Klitschko, head of the KGB, here's their picture. Military of Defense, Vladimir Plevny, Prime Minister, Boris Purgo, Minister of Interior, Gennady Levy, Vice President, Vasily Struby, head of the Peasants' Union and political pursuer group of the opposition of dismantling private collected farms, and Alexander Tubishkov, the leader of the state industry. They thus induced several people whom Gorbachev had appointed, on whom he had relied for advice. The council, especially during his turn to the right in the winter of '91. While Gorbachev was held a virtual prisoner, the state committee ordered tanks and military vehicles onto the streets of Moscow. They announced on TV that they'll take action because Gorbachev was sick. Some of the Republic leaders went along with the coup. Others adopted the wait-and-see approach. A few declared the coup unconstitutional. Among them was Yeltsin, who made way to his White House, the Russian Parliament building, and with CNN's cameras rolling, mounted and disabled tanks to a rally. Supporters of democracy, soldiers, and the elite KGB units ordered into the streets of the State Committee, refused to fire or dismantle the whatever. I don't know how you pronounce that. By August 21st, the leaders of the coup had given up. An exhausted Gorbachev had returned to Moscow and was finally transformed, which he visited the Russian parliament. Yeltsin's stronghold, the humility by Yeltsin, was taunted by the deputies. Recent agreements here agreed to Yeltsin's dissolution of the Communist Party, which had responsible over the coup, and resigned as the party's general secretary. Yeltsin then abolished the Soviet Union and created what is now today Russia. Alright, that is going to do it for my video. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at VikingsFan112, that's VikingsFan112, and follow my friend ChumpyKid at 144 on Twitter at FarmsYT. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.